Let's do that intro again. Hey, everyone. Hope you're having a good evening. Hey, Diogene, thanks for tuning in and for coming by. I am as having a bit of a lazy Friday, though realized that I do not have decklist submission for Aesop's tables done, so this may be a stream where I either cut it short or do some coding in the back half as I finish up the implementation for that. But I figured because we have the CBI imminent, we should do a little bit of deck building. If people probably have seen, judging statistically by the relative viewership of my videos and versus live streams, most of y'all tuning in have seen that I put out a video with Jank earlier this week. We talked about this Lu deck, and I think I think honestly the discussion came out really well. Jank was a lot of fun to have on. I hope people enjoyed that video. Hey, Game of Droids. Oh, I also owe you a message. I think you'll be excited about it. So, and yeah, I'm also very excited because my proof of this whole kit came today. So we've got, these will be out really soon. I'm not going to try and do any announcements, but they, like, full bleed Tattoo Bolos look so good. And like prepaid voice pads look pretty good. And somehow, despite being the one who like wrote the brief for these drafters, I never actually got one myself, so I'm very excited to finally get my hand on these. And I've got some other cards here that I'm excited to get in people's hands as OP prizes. So that be on the lookout. There'll be news on that very soon, as in there's a draft article out, so hopefully it'll be out in the next week or two. Yeah, the Tattoo Bola looks really good. Huge credit to Kat Shen for making this art. I think we need to start telling all artists that like we need them to be both framed for what's it called? Both framed for promos and for regular cards. I will actually say, like, this is a spoiler. I'm not gonna like tell you what this is for, but I'm excited about. Oh, let's get the glare out of this. I think this looks actually amazing. I'm really excited for that. So, anyway, news, that one might not be announced for a bit, so I probably shouldn't say it, but I'm just very excited. The cards look great, and it's fun to be doing this part of the production. So Daichi, we could definitely think about making runner side. Part of me wants to look at corpse stuff. Yeah, I promise, listen. Yeah, I'm sure the stream will keep it real quiet. Only like a fraction of the community sees it, so it should be okay. So part of me was saying, oh, what if we do Asmari Glacier? And then I was like, well, is Asmari Glacier against Lu more robust than like NBN Glacier against Lu? But I was like, okay, Lu is eating up NBN to a huge degree. But could we find a way to make it so that it maybe won't be the case? Right? What could we do to make it not a thing? And it's like, okay, well, what if we just went back to a Asmari style list? Right? Oops, I don't want crypto crashes here. I want Bolonas. And then we just found some ways to make Lu's life hard, right? Like, my theory is that if you can self-growth program some cards back, maybe that's good enough. And so then we just need to make sure we got some tags in there to make it annoying for them, and some kind of solid foundation stuff. And then you need to think about your Crim matchup. But if you have Lu and Crim, I feel like that's most of the meta honestly solved. And maybe this is just worse than the Neurospike Asmari lists, but yeah. Okay, so I'm thinking Funhouse is a pretty good on-counter. I also think like a toll booth might be interesting. Everyone's on Cleaver, so we can't really do anything spicy with our ice. They're just not terrible. Let's see. Starlit Night maybe fits in this style of build. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so now we probably want like some surveyors, maybe. Probably 2. I don't want spin knockers, so I'm not paying influence. I wonder if we do just want like sprints, just like all of the agenda smoothing or something. The cute tech I'm thinking of is Public Trail, because the loot decks really struggle to be sitting on 8 credits consistently. And like we'll probably also want to do Oppo research. And then Daily Quest. And then how do we actually win? Maybe we're just going to do a Void. Do we just do 2 Voids? Is that just how we close out games? Chua actually could be kind of cute as a tech card. We probably do want Rashida. We're on 15 ice. That's a lot for this style of deck. Is there any ice I want? F2P is not bad either. A 4 for 5 is okay. Maybe we want like government subsidies, because we do have a pretty high curve here. Maybe we... This isn't like I don't know what to do with my influence. Let's just put some okay cards in. Are there any upgrades I'm obviously forgetting? Oh, well, so instead of doing this, though, we could probably do... Bran. We have to make 2 inf available, which could be a surveyor, or we could cut an Anoetic Void. And we need to spend 2 influence in 1 card here. I wonder, is there like a better draw card that we're not playing? Well, yes, Predictive Planogram. So is there an ice I want to upgrade for 2 influence? Phenutria doesn't do anything. Yeah, none of those do anything. Also, our attack punishment is just our ID ability, predictive, and self-growth. Probably should be playing hedge funds, shouldn't we? Okay, so we gotta start cutting some of this tech. Maybe we don't want Rashida's? Or maybe we just want 2 daily quests. That seems okay. 18 ice is too much ice for a 44 card ID. Probably 16 is fine. I think Starlit Night's the one I'm least convinced about here. Yeah, Starlit Night is kind of attack punishment. That's a good point. As I cut it. Yeah, I guess my ice is a little bit punishing on tag. Maybe it's just not an Oppo research deck. Okay. I feel like there's got to be a card I'm missing that's obviously very good at 2 influence for me here. So far, nothing, but we're still in the A's. Jinja's good for Glacier. Jinja's okay. It's not the worst. We could include a single drudge work. Cut the sprint. And find a different one infuse. Like a government subsidy, I guess. But now we'll look for one. Hey, Augustus. Hope you're having a good evening and getting warmed up for the CBI. I don't actually know if you're competing, but Skunkworks is an R+ classic. What would be 3? Yeah, I mean we could rejig the influence for a Skunkworks. It's not even that hard to do, I think. Right? We actually have the 3 influence and the card slot for it, basically. So, do a Manic Arm. And then maybe we'll go back to 2 Starlit Knights. That's 18 ice, though. We'll just do the 3rd Predictive Planogram, I think. Okay. This is a style of list that's both going to be unexciting to watch and probably not very good. But we'll see. As Mari Plus. This is mostly because I don't want to worry about figuring out what I'm supposed to call against Simulchip Lu. I feel like there's just too many possible cards I have to keep in mind. So just getting those 2 credits on tags is fine. Is good enough for me. 16 games. JNet's picking back up. Probably some people. Okay, yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 private games, 8 private games. Yep. We're getting there. We're getting to testing season. You call program every turn versus Lu? I guess that's like their econ and their interaction. Yeah, maybe it is just that simple. You treat it like a Shaper matchup or something. Or like an Aesop's Pawn. Well, Aesop's Pawn Shop was actually like hell to call. Like you would call Resource and that would be the turn they go SMC Stim Hack. You call Event, they go double casts, install SMC. I don't know. I've been having a lot of debates about Aesop's and what it would take to be competitively viable right now, and I think it would be I think it's a lot, honestly, but yeah, I think you know, the Lu deck is interesting. It's like I hear everyone have different takes on it. I hear different takes on what the Lu killer deck is. And some people will be like, oh yeah, the Lu deck loses to this, the Lu deck loses to that. And it will be like someone will say, oh yeah, Lu always beats this, and then someone else will say, oh Lu, I've never lost a game to Lu on this, so I don't know. It's an interesting meta, and I think it's you know, if I had my life more together, I would have A, made a Worlds recap video, and B, done another video showing how much the meta has shifted, right? So we had like Worlds with BTL Glacier, R+ asset spam, or just yellow asset spam, as like the main archetypes, with like some rogue outfit and op taking themselves into the contention, and then at UK Nats it was like, oh, R+ is the definitive best deck, and then after that it was like, oh, actually the mulch, hey Cat, like these like infinite imp engines are just the best, and so be interested to see where we end up after the CBI as people continue to evolve. S is probably not going to be a very good matchup for this. This hand's actually okay though. Okay. Hope you're doing well, Kat, by the way. I feel like it's been a... okay, so we're going to go... I think it's just like Spin Doctor New Remote, Toll Booth on HQ, Predictive Planning to gain 3 is okay here. Haley reprint as a resource is what Aesop's needs. Is it? I don't know that it is. I feel like I might just go ping on R&D, ping on archives. Oh, right, there was an imp down, so I wasn't really taxing any resources. Yeah, I think just... okay, yeah, I think it's ping R&D, ping archives, Hydra in the remote, and we'll just start clicking up for credits. I would love to find a daily cast, Rashida, and NGO front. Do I trash this ping? I don't think I do. Do I need to protect R&D? I don't think I do either. I don't think I need to res ping here. Okay, so I will need to use the Spin Doctor to get 2 Spin Doctors back. One is running in the correct phase of the turn. There's no actual pressure on me here, so we're gonna just click up for credits. Yeah, apologies about that. I forgot to do my JNet spot. Thanks, Kat, for the reminder. Okay. Okay, we'll get back to Spin Doctors. I think we'll install Rashida in server 2. Gain 3 credits, gain a credit. And next turn we'll just build up the remote probably. Okay, great. I mean, I don't need to be big. There's other stuff going on the screen. But I can make myself a bit bigger maybe. There we go. Now you can at least see me talking a bit. Okay, we're gonna go hedge fund. Let's... F2P server 2, Jua, R&D. Hey, Josh. Hope you're doing well. How's the Keyforge season starting up for you guys? All right, so my opponent is basically not planning to run, turns out. So I should just start pushing, I guess. Do I let the runner draw 2 here? I feel like that's the bad choice. Got grumps already. That's fun. It is the way of the world, I guess. You do something and people will complain. But no, I'm actually quite pumped about a lot of stuff, and people have actually been really great about a lot of the announcements and things, and I think we've got some more exciting stuff coming. Yeah, you can draw 2 cards here. I'm just not that worried about what you can do. Probably should have included any number of Mavirus in this deck. But hey, so it goes. Okay, so opponent really is just trying to... okay, opponent got all of the Spin Doctors, which is unfortunate here. But yeah, opponent's just looking to not do anything, which is, you know, a bummer. The least interesting style of Netrunner, but so it goes. Okay, this F2P is not great, but Toll Booth is pretty good here. But I kind of have to just install Advance, right? No. Okay. Well, I can't really res both, but that's okay. Yeah, we can ditch both of these cards. This is actually a very good ice for me. No more viruses this turn. It's pretty good. It's actually probably a good turn to purge. I'm actually not quite sure why they ran here. Ping res is probably not exactly correct, but so it goes. So I'm spending a turn to not have them draw 2 cards. They don't get their Fermenter. Maybe it's not worth it. I should just push towards scoring here. Same time, it's a 3-tick Fermenter. Doesn't really do anything to the Botuluses. I guess it's just advance, send a message, click for 2 credits. Yeah, probably what it is. Yeah, we're gonna have a bit of a tell here where we don't actually res any, we don't mill off the top here, but that's fine. But hey, so it goes. We're just gonna grind this one out. Next turn we score res the Toll Booth probably. Yeah, slams look very good. This is gonna be a big year. We'll see, like, a lot of people have registered. I think the timing is a little bit not ideal for a big part of the player base, which is a thing I want to think about. How we can ameliorate that problem for next year without, like, screwing over, like, without making events sort of inaccessible to a lot of people. But yeah, no, we've got a very good number of people signed up. We've got CBI orders about to go out. I just put in the order for all the cards today. So expect to see a lot of cards coming out people's way. Okay, do I just purge here now? I can purge next turn. Shyman, it's the Circuit Breaker Invitational. It's the one of the 2 invite-only events in the Netrunner calendar. Anyone who won a Circuit Opener level event or above got an invitational or an invite to a invitational tournament. That event is happening tomorrow, starting at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Last year, it was really hard fought. I think I'll have to go see, because I know it's been posted. I don't know that everyone's seen the... So... Can I afford to play that hedge fund? I don't think I can. I don't think I can not afford to play that hedge fund. Yeah, I should have maybe caught on to the fact that this opponent was not trying to actually contest the board a little bit sooner. But we're going to just sabotage 3 cards here, I think. Advance, advance, draw 1, sabotage 3 again, and we lose, I think. Yeah, wow, this is a bit of a sad loss. I guess this is kind of the I dirtle at you, you dirtle at me style of deck. Or I guess I can sabotage the card I draw next turn. So I'm only sabotaging if they can play 2 core damage events. Okay. Yep, don't really have choices there. Bologna. Okay, this is very good for me that they're not winning here. Advance, advance, advance. Supposed to click for a credit there, but yeah. But yeah, I think it's also interesting from the meta because we have seen some decks that are very, like, we've seen a very evolving and fluid meta. I think we've got over 100 signups. We'll probably have, I don't know how many people actually playing. We'll have a good number of people probably playing round 1 at least. Though they don't need to. It's, if you won your Circuit Breaker Invitational, you can just say, hey, I can't make the event. I'd like to get the participation prize, which I should try and put up. That's the End of the Line alt by MJP. It's quite good. Tollbooth does it here. I think so does F2P. Tollbooth definitely does it. Oh, it doesn't if they go for an imp, but... Yeah, so now they can't mill me out and win before I win. So just barely snuck it in under the line. I am gonna double check with Sam that the CBI alt arts are going to be foils. Because if they are foils, then we will probably do a reissue at some point in the future of non-foil versions. So, oh hey, there's our Skunkworks. Wow, do we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? I guess we only have one agenda in the last bit there. Okay, so that wasn't the most promising game, I'll be honest. I also should get some water for myself. Actually, maybe I will. I'll just go get some water for myself and be right back. All right. This is a terrible hand. This is also a terrible hand. Okay. Oh, well, that makes it a playable hand at least. Let's go Hedge Fund, Starlit Knight on HQ, Chua on R&D, and we'll see. Then probably something like Brand Surveyor on the remote. Okay, Leech Laundry could be a mulch style list. Diesel, I don't remember Diesel being in mulch, but I haven't looked at mulch too specifically. Okay, let's draw. Probably just gonna be Brand in the remote. Look for a credit. Let's see where we go as the runner here. They always wait for the quiet nights to come out. Hey, Andre. I was watching your... I don't usually watch back replays, but I saw like 2 minutes of your stream yesterday. And I was supposed to remind you to tell some kind of story. I now do not remember what it was. Let's go on and archives. I'm not playing tomorrow though, but I am helping to judge. Let's see if I can. Oh, shoot, of course I can't do it on the app. I'll have to do it tomorrow. I'll have to fix it later. But yeah, I'm very excited to see, and I'm wondering if you can build. So the thesis of this stream, Andre, is maybe we can make Glacier yellow to kind of beat these Ludax. But this honestly is looking like a just reg Anarch, I'm guessing, with Diesel, Carmen, Leech, like, oh, those Doomtown Dev Insight snippets. Oh, right. Yes, now I remember what you're talking about. Yes, because we had talked about that in the past. Yeah, I need to actually bug some of the dev. Okay, that's a draw, though, isn't it? You know what? Make him have it, I think. Chua... Oh, Carmen is very annoyingly placed here. Do I just discard... Do I just overwrite this Chua? No, it's a leech counter, right? The question is, do I care about the runner getting free access to HQ for 2 credits? I probably do, but I think a Spin Doctor does what I needed to do. Yeah, actually, I should go... I think, yeah. So, people that don't know, I forget, do you remember, Andre, what the Doomtown, or obviously you know what the Doomtown NRDB is called. Maybe you know what I think I might need, more so than I need, like, Managarm and Noetic, is a freaking Lacosta. I'm not going to res the Spin Doctor here because they can't actually steal the Bologna. And I've got some options. Losing the Brand is definitely unfortunate. I maybe wanted the Brand on HQ as I think about it. But on the Doomtown NRDB, so I don't completely lose track of this story. Oh my goodness, this is certainly a draw. Okay, so we're gonna have to just overdraw here. Oh, ping is basically the same thing as overdrawing, though. On Doomtown NRDB, the designers for the game will talk about some of their intents behind the card or the stories behind the card, like what niche it's trying to fill strategically, or like just like you know, various little insights, or I saw the art for this card and I had to change what it did a little bit. And I would love to get some designers and some people from the design and dev team in NSG to talk about it. Like, there's some cards that are being play tested right now where I'm like, the art came in and people are like, can we tweak the card effect? And I think it's like, those are really fun stories, and I need to. I think I can chase down some people for like Borealis stuff that we can talk about at this point, but. I think this is just advance, gain a credit. Okay, so if we had said Asmari naming event, and the runner did not change how they played, we'd have gotten a credit, 2 credits last turn. We'd have gotten no credits. So we would have gotten 4, 5, maybe. Yeah, so we would have maybe gotten 4 triggers, which would be much better than we're doing right now. So we have enough to res both of these. Surveyor is decently positioned here. It's not fantastic, but it's going to be okay. I could let this send a message go, right? But I think it's probably not worth it. Okay. So we're going to just click for 3 credits again, I think. Yeah, and actually, Andre, like when you, I will say, like, I think the very first play, so you were talking a little bit about how Asa is an econ card. Yeah, I don't care about this small hit. It's just saving me. Oh, they trashed Rashida. Okay, that's fine too. Okay, so let's go advance, score. We're gonna rest the Hydra here, and then we're gonna discard a send message, I think. How Essa has an economic ID. I believe the very first version of Essa was draw 2 cards, which was a heck of a time. There's a lot of things different about that, but it was a lot of fun to draw 2 off of taking a core damage. Though I think that was like like Sabotage didn't go through a lot of changes from what I remember. Ah, Bankar, our enemy. I'm like not scoring this Bologna for so many turns. Oh my goodness. It's like, I guess I can go credit, advance, and then if I don't spend any credits, advance. Yeah, there's maybe a bit of a problem in not playing as Mari. I would have made so much money as this Mari here. I don't think I res here. I think it's just not. Well, okay, it's credit neutral res. Costs them very little. Yeah, I mean, that was basically the play pattern. It was just like, oh yeah, let me just do core damage to myself really fast and blitz through my deck. Okay, so if I res this ping, I'm actually making them spend 2 credits versus take 2 damage. No, I think I just let them through. Like, I could convert, but I think saving the ping for if they run later in the turn. Oh, we hit a DJ Steve. That's not terrible. And a copy of the Twinning, I think. Yeah, that's great. Those are 2 really good hits. I'm actually a little surprised they let me hit those things. They trashed the Manigarm from HQ. Okay. This is an odd run. What did they hit from HQ? Did they hit the Spin Doctor? It looks like they did. I need to adjust that a little bit at some point, I guess. Okay, so I'm going to go... Oh, Planogram's great. We're going to gain 3 credits, and then we're going to go advance. Yeah, it legitimately, it felt a little bit like Max. Like, you're just, like, blitzing through your deck. And so we got nerfed over time. It lost draw entirely for quite a while, honestly. And then we were just like, you can't play this card anymore. Wait, how many credits? We need to start figuring out how many credits it costs in order to actually go in here. Oh, I still did not put a single Mavirus in. What are we? So a Mavirus. Sorry. So they need to deal with Hydra and Surveyor. They're going to just deal with their leeches. So that's going to cost... One of those is 2 credits. Though maybe it's actually... Oh, Carmen boost twice? Yeah, so it's 6 to beat Surveyor and or Hydra. And you can save... Oh, you can actually... No, you can make each of those... You can make those 5 and 4. So that's 9... And then do a couple of... Do I res the ping here? I don't know that I do, to be honest. Because I think I think I'm still happy to hold here. Alright, well, I didn't want to lose the Bologna there. Okay, we're going to shuffle back the Spin Doctor, the Bologna, because that's what keeps itself safe in the remote. They also have a ton of credits here. Let's put this ice on R&D. Let's draw a card. And click for 3 credits. Okay. I might need to purge next turn, very weirdly. Can I do it? I can't. I can only really purge if they run stuff in the right order here. Like they have to run HQ first here, which I don't think they're going to do. In respect to tomorrow's meta, who do you think is favored in the Virus, Anarch versus PD matchup? I'm not sure what the numbers say, but the matchup has felt fair to me on both sides of the table. My hunch is that PD should be slightly favored in that matchup, but I agree with you that the data is pretty... Or I actually haven't looked at the data that much, to be honest. But that's honestly actually maybe something I can do pretty easily from the Aesop's tables results. Sure, we'll put a Residua on Archives so that I can kind of purge and get away with it. Oh, I forgot this. I keep forgetting this is 3. I don't think this is going to be an agenda. So we've gotten all 3 hedge funds, all of our planograms. Yeah, This deck has not inspired me. We'll move on to something else that's a little bit more dynamic and interesting to talk about, I think. Okay. Yeah, this is Glacier R+, and it is not going well for me. Though I think I'm discovering that I really wanted La Costa if I was going to play this. And it really should just be Glacier Asmari. I think I'm okay with purging here. It makes their rig much less efficient. We have literally no tricks. Literally, our tricks are hoping that what is a public trail into self-growth program is our tricks. With basically my assumption was, it shouldn't be that hard to stay on 4 credits. And Lou decks very rarely have 8 credits, so I can public trail, self-growth, bounce the imp, bounce the knob, or bounce the Audrey, bounce the knob, and kind of try and make that work. But yeah, I could see Hosh being slightly favored into PD. I'm not sure I completely buy that, Augustus. I do think there's this thing. Well, I'm also biased. I'm like, oh yeah, I see people like say, oh yeah, this thing is, you know, favored or not, and then like, when you actually go and look at the data, it doesn't really support in a lot of cases. And I don't know what to do about that. And like some of it is the like way to express skill in PD is honestly kind like very tricky. And I think like it's a lot about your ice placement. I mean, honestly, as long as there's 2 Bolognas as our only agendas left in the deck, so I don't mind this signal. Yeah, as PD pack more mix and viruses. Yeah, I was thinking about like, okay, so my other thought before building this stream, and what all streams when Jeff doesn't know what to do when he's doing a meta, is to panic into making an Asa deck. Now, I think that's effectively completely indefensible, but it's going to be what we try next. But I was like, okay, so what can Asa do well? And it's like, oh, well, they can play the good ice, right? They can, and hopefully make the Anarch players spread their box lists around. Maybe we can come up with fast advance ideas. Maybe we can do, yeah, Hagens. Yeah, it's like Hagens, mix, like, you know, having the viruses that we can do stuff with. Like, we can maybe find some ways to make it work. With the idea that Fully Up is going to be our power card. Yeah, Anarcho, I was literally thinking that too. Like, oh, no one's played sports in a bit. I bet we can make that work. And then, yeah, Imp, Anarch, rough. My opponent has very kindly run themselves out on money. This is the most obvious NGO front in the world, so they're not going to go for it. Though I guess I technically am threatening credit advance. My playing in CBI is contingent on finding a comfort ID that isn't just completely lost. I'm probably not playing. I don't know what decks you tip. Why are they running this? Asa R+? Genuinely, I think you can play R+, if you do it correctly. Do I have ice? I have another brand. That's okay. That's better than nothing. Oh no, they're spending a click. Okay. So opponent should spend a leech counter here. Great. Fully break the Hydra. And then we res and pop the NGO front. And I remain quite confused. Okay. So Asa and R+. Yeah, we can, like, well... I suspect there is an R+. It has to be a little bit less focused on the late game. And probably a little bit more focused... Oh, shoot, that was a misclick. A little more focused on the... Actually, let's just do that. A little more focused on the early game. And honestly, like, yeah, finding ways to, like, sneak extra tempo in. And yeah, it's like Asa, I think, is going to be fine. Like, PD is good, so that means Asa is playable, even if it's not going to be good. And we can probably, you know, we'll find some, we'll try and do some theory crafting on ways we can make it sick. Maybe we will do a Your Digital Life fully out, big deal. And we'll, like, big deal some Vitruviuses. This is click 2. I actually think I maybe do want to res the ping here to draw 2 cards. Play 3 Vovos, am I right? I mean, I don't think you're right, but at the same time, you can't... I'm not going to stop myself from playing my favorite card. So... Okay. Opponent's on 4 credits at the start of their next turn. No, they're on 5 credits. They'll tank damage through Surveyor. I would love to draw a ping off the top here is really what I need. That is not a ping. I mean, that's pretty darn good. As long as I don't draw my 2 agendas off this Rashida, I actually think I might be okay. It's gonna be tough, though. Yeah, not having Mavirus here is just, like, backbreaking. Is Ob okay into Lu? Yeah, I think Ob is fine into Lu. I think it's a very, very skill-testing matchup for both players. Like, it is some of the hardest Netrunner you can play. But I think both players have options to outplay each other. I'm not, you know, people who have been chatting with me are very high on calibration testing. Jackman and I will do some stuff on calibration testing. I'm not super high on it. Okay. So there's a part of me that says I'm supposed to draw there because there's a lot of agendas. But I think in practice, oh, oops. Okay, so they're credit perfect to steal a Bologna on the top here. And if they got it, they got it. Oh, 1 in 5. Need the right op. My old op rush list was fine into Lu until late December when it started crushing me with the list as is. I'm not sure how much of that was the Lu deck getting refined or the players getting better with it. Yeah, so my theory on... Like, B-Blum's Ob is, I think, a decent starting place. Like, part of the... Like, I agree, Anarcho, that the the lists feel a little poor. Yeah, I mean, that's why I like the Oaktown versions a lot. I've been fiddling with an Oaktown version that also runs off-world offices and plays like 2 seamlesses, or sometimes only 1 seamless. So just like all of your agendas make money or are Atlas. Because I'm just not very sold on Azef as a agenda I want to score all the time. I think you're mostly devaluing your own board state. Like, sometimes you can do cool stuff, but I think there's a lot of board states where, oh, I have an Azef and I'm setting myself back by scoring. I deleted it because I was chatting about it with Snare Bears and didn't want to accidentally secret tech on stream, but then the Snare Bears said, no, we don't like this list. So, yeah, I'm not super sold on the SDS. I think you probably want to be pretty heavy on Oaktowns. I do think cards like Envelopment are quite good. Border Control is pretty good. People have told me that Thimble Rig is pretty annoying. Like, I do think this is a fairly good shell. I would not play 3 seamless launches. But let's go back to the deck builder and let's try and brew some Asa. Okay. Okay, I see that I'm a Zengranist in the Holy Church of Op. Okay, so we're gonna go Rashida's. We want Spin Doctors, it's very good for our deck. We'll figure out the influence spend later. Maybe we're gonna do the Your Digital Life 2x, big deal, 1x. I feel like Seamless is still good. What do we want? I think we probably want... I'm going to play 2 Vovos because I love the card. It doesn't belong in the deck, but I love the card, right? Tranquility Home Grid is very good. And then we're going to use MIC. I'm going to put 3 in. We're not going to play 3, but I want to put 3 in as a starting point. Brand still seems pretty good. Maybe people are going to overtech. Oh, we actually don't need to go super heavy on the Bran, because we're going to go heavy on the Hagens instead, I think. Maybe this is what it looks like, and like... Oops, that's not the card I want. Like, this could be the suite, but I wonder if we can just use Mix as in-faction border controls. Okay, Luminal we obviously want. I think we want off-world offices. I wonder if I just actually want 2 big deals. Okay, what can we do that draws us a lot of cards? Because I'd love to, like, not have to play hedge funds and play, like, greasings or something, but I think we just need the hedge fund, looking at how greedy this deck already is. How is it 34 cards? This is a crime against me. And wanting to play fun stuff. I feel like no... Yeah, you know what? I'm playing heavy ice. I'm just not going to play heavy in the sentry slot. But Drafter is just a very solid card. We're probably going to want 2 Moviruses. Rep seems okay. Yeah. It's like, it fits with our game plan in a lot of ways. I actually like that as a shout out. Gatekeeper 2x. I actually think Gatekeeper's a little bit worse in Asa, maybe than other places. Maybe I'm wrong about that and it's just cracked, because I was just saying how I want to draw. Okay, I need to actually put agendas in this list now. to get 3 more agendas in here. Do we just do Vitruvius? Okay, we're at 50 cards, 4 influence still to spend. We've got 12 operations, which is far too many. We're going to do the Jeff Classic. No, it's just got to be the Vovos. No, it's not. No, it's not. Okay. Oh wait, this is like, okay, hold on. No. We're not doing the big deals. We're not doing your digital lives. We're doing the MCA austerity policies. We're doing... Okay, so maybe actually here's what we can do. I'm gonna go greasing the palm as an econ card, and then maybe also play Oppo research. Do we need other tag punishment here? Yes, we obviously do. We have 4 influence. Can I just end some lines? This is also not enough assets either. Okay. So we want to do MCA. So that probably means we want to do something a little different with our agenda suite. Okay. We're going to go to off-world. We're going to cut the Oppo research because it doesn't make any sense at all. Yeah, we could try Warroids. I think now we probably do just need to cut the Vovos. We probably want to get our Nico campaigns in here. Probably should just be Maryland's, but 8 influence available. We're just going to scroll through cards and try and think of things that go well with this game plan. So I'm like, actually, I wonder if the, well, because I'm like, if we are doing MCA, suddenly I do start caring about ablative barrier more, right? I don't know that we do anymore. Oh, I also need to make this a legal deck again. Maybe it is still your digital life as just like a pretty good econ card. Tranquility Home Grid's very good. Nico campaign maybe isn't quite this good. Okay, let's go back to looking at the agendas. What do we actually have here for? Which of these do anything? I'm disappointed to remember that they don't do anything. Basically, none of them do. Architect deployment test might be better than Vitruvius, but I think I'm just going to default to my classic Vitruvius. We would need 2 hedge funds and a 4th card. So let's cut our Greasing the Palms because these are the cards that we're supposed to cut here. $16 ice is a lot for 9 assets, but I think that's okay. What's our cut? Is it the Warroid? Tranquility. Your Digital Life and Bailey? What card am I not thinking of that's called Bailey? I think I'm going to do the Your Digital Life. I probably do just want one, big deal, but... Oh yes, we can play Wage Workers instead of Seamless. Thank you. I was like, why am I forgetting something? And Wage Workers is a great card we do want to include. I wonder if we want to do like 2 MCAs. A restore. And the last hedge fund. Okay, so now I need to cut down 5 cards. Oh, do you mean Calvin? Oh, Calvin Bailey. Oh. Okay. I always think of this as Calvin, but... You know, maybe. The biggest problem is it's like a Nombo with Wage Workers, unless you take the wackest possible turn. Okay, 16 ice is slightly too many, so we can cut a Mick. We're going to get back a slot from... No, we don't really get back... Oh, no. Okay, so we do get back a slot by cutting the Ikoa, and now we just need to cut 3 more cards. 2 MCA is already as low as we can go. Maybe we can do 2 Wage Workers. 2 hedge funds. I mean, this is going to be a lot of draws that do nothing, I think, but... Okay. If you draw 4, install 2 with Calvin, it's not that much of a Wage Workers Nombo. Oh, like I draw 2 and then my opponent nicely goes and trashes it for me? I'm not quite following you. Alright, thanks, Andre. We'll have to see how this goes afterwards. Okay. YouTube/Twitch. We're going to go up as Corp. We're going to save this replay, and we're going to settle into comfort food. Oh, install 4 times, go install, install, install. The reason I don't like install, 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 draw 2 is because you're doing your draw at the very end of your turn, the worst time to do a draw. Admittedly, it's maybe better than not drawing, which is probably the counterfactual. But yeah, I don't know. We do have like a reasonable... Well, we don't have that much taxing ice to put on HQ, honestly. We also have... Really, we don't have economy coming from assets here. Our economy is in our events. Like, this honestly feels like a deck that wants to play, like, real econ assets, which are in HB. I wonder if I'm just not supposed to spend influence except on ice in this deck. Like, just try and make the ice more annoying and stronger. But, like, the fully op a bunch, hit your digital life, hit your digital... Like, that would be... So, there's a part of me that's like, oh, well, if I want to get Wage Workers value, and I'm going to run this many operations, I should be running Greasing the Palm. Morning, Jai. We're playing some weird-ass janky comfort food after playing R plus Glacier and going, this is dookie. My theory was it might do something against Lou. It almost lost to 3-run Asa and lost handily to Reg Hosh. So put that idea back on the shelf. Asmari probably would have been okay if I had been good at calling event every round. And now I'm trying to figure out a way to make Asa feel okay. But I somehow doubt I'm going to crack the meta on my stream very shortly. Hope you're doing well, Jai. Oh yeah. Now that there's a few more of you, just want to say, very excited. I got the proofs for the CO kit. These will be going out to people pretty soon. Well, soon it's going to be a couple more weeks before they're in people's hands, but they're on my desk and I can't help but fiddle with them, so that's what you might see me fiddling with on occasion. But yeah, I don't know. I'm excited to see what people bring to the CBI. I think it's going to be an interesting meta. Yeah, this is actually a pretty solid hand, I think. Got 2 ice. Yeah, so we can wrap around on the remote, install Mick on HQ, and click for a credit. Yeah, I do too, honestly. The event I'm running next weekend is going to be using last year's kit, but somehow Sables never get HQ turn 1. Don't know how they avoid it, but I've never seen Sable brick and hit HQ turn 1. I'm going to have to go investigate the JNet devs. But cool, looks like we're going to get our Rashida off unless one of these 2 cards is a pinhole threading. You've got an HQ turn 1? Okay, well, so much for my theory. Pays 4 to trash wage workers from R&D? Oh. Oh, poor Shishu. Okay, well, a little bit poor Jeff. Okay, so we're going to go wage workers, new remote behind a drafter. Off-world office and server 1. Res the wage workers. Install a spin doctor. Click for a credit. I cannot imagine a world where on 5 credits you should be trashing a wage workers out of R&D. It's just not costed and it doesn't provide value that way. Okay, we do see an HQ mark here, which is good for me. Okay, so off-world office, score, go. We definitely want Bionic in this deck. I forget that this deck, if you can keep a wage workers on the table, can do some ludicrous nonsense. No, not my Luminol. Ugh. Rip. Rippity rop roop. I feel like you shouldn't run R&D this much. And you should be trying to build tempo on the board. Because we've now spent 3 clicks. We got 2 points for it, which is you know, not nothing for sure. Okay, do I go off-world office, install Mick, install wraparound? Click for a credit? Yeah, I think that's alright. Okay, so 2 turns of wage worker value. Or no, 3 turns of wage worker value, I guess, by turn 4. So I got 3 installs the turn I resed it, 3 an extra advance the turn I... Yeah, I've gotten wage workers every turn. Feels pretty good. I think that's going to shut off after the turn after this. Yeah, I have to rest this MIC, I think. I still have the wraparound for the remote. Though I will be short of scoring it there. But that's okay. This Mick is not actually that resilient to Amakua here. Yeah, but draining 2 clicks there is a big deal. Yeah, I mean, Eli doing the right thing, or Shishu doing the right thing here. Okay, so run 4 times with Sable does get them in. Let's res a Spin Doctor here. Yikes. Okay, so I'm gonna click for 3 credits. Go new remote with a Bran. Yeah, because run archives with an archives mark does actually get them into this remote. And I can't really stop it. I think I will pop this mic here, I think. Okay, cool. So this leaves me with literally just enough credits to make this work. Yeah, I definitely want some asset economy here. But off-world office is also economy, I guess. I don't really want the Vitruvius anymore. If I get doofed here, I'm going to be having a real tough time. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, there's no reses I can do to help me out here. Wraparound's still doing a good job. I'm not going to res the wraparound here because I want to be able to go Tranquility Home Grid next turn. I don't like this running R&D here. I think Shishu's just putting like too much emphasis on R&D relative. I guess if they go for a... No, they can't go for a deep dive here. Okay, they're back down on low credits, so even though I can't actually protect the MCA, it's not bad to do so. Okay, so this is a big econ swing for me. So I can go Spin Doctor, new remote is a magnet. Res Tranquility Home Grid, MCA in server 1. I'm going to gain 2. I'm going to install a drafter on HQ. I've got 3 servers here, so we're going to go draw 2 cards. Because I have another fully up, I think I actually want to set up for next turn. Okay, so I think my play is going to be something like... I mean, ideally I draw into the last fully operational here. I don't think that's realistically going to happen. But part of me is saying that Big Deal is my closeout here. So I want to actually, like, just going to res the MCA. You know, next turn might even just be a purge here, I think. Because there's not a huge rush to do much of anything. Amakua Chesvi is saving my bacon a little bit. We'll pop the Spin Doctor to deny Vitruvius counter. We'll put the fully operational back in because you never know. We could get very lucky. Oh, are we going to get deep dived here? It's going to be an interesting question. No, we're not going to get deep dived. There's twinning on the board. What am I talking about? Vitruvius Steel is a little unfortunate. Don't have a ton of recourse here if I don't draw enough. I mean, I just need to draw one of my 2 viruses, I guess. Maybe that's what my actual play has to be. How many events do I have on the list? 9. I have, but I can't play the big deal, so I really have 8. I'm down a fully op. I'm down a hedge fund. I'm not down a hedge fund. Okay. I've got one in hand. I've got one fully op. Put the fully op back in the deck. Tranquility living there's okay. So we're gonna draw because I just need to find a freaking virus. There we go. Okay, fantastic. Okay, restore doesn't like end my turn or anything, right? So I can go restore a MCA into server 1. Tranquility Home Grid will gain me 2 credits. I'll install the virus. And then let's I really want a greasing here, actually. That's really funny. A greasing would be pretty sick, because what I would have done was put the war right there, the virus there. Okay, let's just fully operational, gain 8. And go to 18. Do I click the MCA instead? Yes, I do, because I have to purge, so that's going to cost me 3 credits. I don't need the Hagen, I think. Okay. I mean, this feels alright. We got there. It's going to be a little bit dicey in the end, but I think now I will just res and purge. They can run through this brand here, I guess. For singles, but yep, that's a very nice drafter for me, I think. Let's put the fully op back in HQ. Let's put the virus back in server 1. Tranquility Home Grid, let's gain 2, and we're going to install the Warroid in server 1 as well. Okay. So probably it's going to be something, it's going to be some weird turn next time. No CBI invite, I am good. I'm sorry to hear that, Jeremy. Okay, so it's gonna go click fully op. Oh, maybe I'm supposed to be stop from a subway. Winners get an invite, right? Okay. Yeah, unfortunately not. But yeah, I think a lot of people like a lot of the art that is going out. So the plan is we want the CBI art to be special. You can only get it that one place, but we also would love that a piece that, you know, we commissioned is, you know, out in people's hands. So it'll probably get out there eventually. But yeah, I don't know. I'm actually pretty excited. I think it's interesting because it's like, oh yeah, if we are heading into a PD Lu meta, because PD is about even against Lu, oh, maybe we'll see other people start packing other runners, and then you can try and predict and be like, okay, this corp has a 45% against Lu or a 40% against Lu, but everyone's going to be playing Sable, so it's good against Sable kind of thing. Yeah, I actually haven't met Mikey or Mike in real life, so looking forward to that opportunity. Okay, so we just win here in a funny way. So we go click to gain 4, hedge fund, install on server 1. Oh, I maybe didn't need to do all this, but that's fine. We won in a bunch of ways here. GG. Okay. Well, Kevin, I think we found the deck for you for tomorrow. Undefeated on JNet. What could go wrong? Maybe we want 3 viruses. We can get value out of just leaving them in a remote. Runner goes and checks it and purges for us. Could be alright. Could be alright. I mean, would I love to have a Vovo? Yes. Can I find slots for it? No. Do I also want to find slots for like a Maryland? Absolutely. There maybe is an argument for running greasing over hedge fund here, just for the wage worker synergy, but I think we got pretty lucky getting both of our wage workers on the top of the deck, and my opponent choosing to go in and trash one of them, which I don't want to like rag on that player. You know, people make all sorts of decisions and could even just be limit testing. Hey, what happens if I try and trash the wage workers? Like, I think it's one of the things I'm trying to do so that I could be helpful as a playtester is like, okay, I think X is a bad idea or a bad play pattern, or whatever. What happens if I play it anyway? And like, sometimes I just turn out to be very, very wrong. Things I think are terrible turn out to be okay or whatever. But let's see. Okay, cool. Looks like. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I wish I knew how to make Shaper good. I really do. I wish I could find a way to make Shaper beat PD. But I think part of it's like at what cost, and it's like, well, yeah, it costs a lot of the interesting stuff I like doing with Shaper. And it's like, you know, I'm like, oh yeah, so the reason I stopped playing Arsana was because of the R plus matchup. And I think you can make the Arsana survive the PD matchup. I don't think you can make it like, I don't know if you can make it super favored, but I think you can make it playable. I think you just don't treat Conduit as a card in your deck unless you're like, except as a like emergency out. I forget. I think John's list was very heavy on border controls, if I'm remembering. What jank are we running? We are running Asa. Because, you know, if PD is good, then Asa must be good. Oh, sick. We get to play against Analyze Chris. Fantastic. This is the matchup we want to practice. This hand seems pretty good. I don't think we're actually going to be that good in this matchup, but this is a pretty solid hand, all things considered. We're not going to res the Bran right now. It's just to be annoying. But we'll get there. Sports Medal would be jank. Yeah, it definitely would be jank. All right, so we're getting a turn 1 imp down. I'm guessing I'm going to shuffle back Strike Fund, Buffer Drive, and just say goodbye to a clot in the price. If I'm reading Chris right. Oh, okay. Playing, I think, pretty reasonably and respectfully that Asa can actually be a fast advanced deck. Oh, come on. No one plays Pinhole Threading in Lieu. Oh. Boo. Should have rezzed a Warroid. Should have gone... Maybe, honestly, the turn is supposed to be not put... Because if I'm not rezzing the brand, should I just be putting a Warroid tracker on there? Okay, that's just freaking rude. Ugh. Okay. Sure. We'll put the Hagen down there. We'll put them a virus in server 1. Hey, Baoran Wu. Thanks for coming by. Yeah, I thought this deck... I mean, this has not been the first turn you want. Okay, so Botulus has 2 counters here, so I don't think I need to res. We'll go and hit that. Let's see, Warrior Tracker is trash. Yeah, I think we'll be okay. Pinhole better than Tranquilizer? I don't know. It didn't win an event. I mean, that Purge actually is reasonably good for slowing them down. This is definitely not the ideal draw, though. I'm going to be frank. Maybe I could actually put the Warroid Tracker in R&D, but I don't think anyone's ever trashing card. Like, Lou's not winning by trashing my R&D here. Okay, I'm going to draw. I'm going to draw. And we're going to click for a credit. And we're going to discard 2 Vitruviuses. I think the Vitruviuses are just probably bad. I wonder if they should be Midnight 3 Arcologies. Asa, what is this outrage? It's me having fun. I guess I can play op against Chris if he wants to run it back. But Architect deployment's also an option. We're a little bit... I'm not sure if I'm sold on it in this situation, but... okay, so we have a Tranquilizer. I think I do want to trash this Gatekeeper. Just to, like, make Chris's life slightly harder. We're gonna go gain 6 here, I think. Okay, so he can't trash anything here. So I could let this go, right? But if I res the no, resing the Hagen does nothing here. Yeah, that's fine. ADT fire is good for installing. Big deal. Yeah, that's fair. I'm surprised Chris didn't trash the war. I guess he wasn't trashing the Warroid Tracker first, but okay. Eating a cookbook and a boomerang, I'll take. I'll raise you tier 3 next diamond. Surely that's the next big thing for HB. Hey, someone's playing it somewhere, I promise. One person I can think of is playing it somewhere. Okay, let's just turn off the lights, draw, and, you know, sequencing. Okay. Can we battle it out from here? I think we've gone through all 3 simul chips now. Yeah, I guess we're gonna hit the Your Digital Life. I think we're gonna have to go Off-World Office, Server 2 with a Gatekeeper, and Advance. Would love to have wage workers down here. Would love to have so many things, but instead all I have is agendas. Yeah, this is rough. We're gonna lose points here. No imp. Oh, so mean. So mean. I actually think he might be supposed to imp that. Okay, we're gonna slow roll this just to make HQ bleed a little bit less. With 2 ice and just an imp on the board, I feel reasonably safe, even spending 7 and then going advance next turn. Jeff, where do you submit deck list for tomorrow? Dave wants to know. The official answer that as of right now is, I believe it will be submitted on tournaments.nullsignal.games in like a Cobra event. But I'm hoping to try and get ASOPs deployed as soon as this stream ends. To support decklist, and that we can do decklist submission through that. We will see if I can make that happen. My freaking goodness. We'll just shuffle back another Vitruvius. Okay. So now we score this off-world office. Yay! And then let's put this Trank Grid and this Mavirus in server 2. Jeff play Asa and draw agendas. Wow, how original. Yeah, I really gotta start branching out on my content. Price, Trash, Buffer Drive, Simulchip, Fermenter, and Knob Curry off the top of the stack. That's a tough one. I don't know if Buffer Drive is right there. It's probably not, like, it's not, like, obviously wrong either, though. Okay. We're gonna go server 2, Tranquility Home Grid, gain 2, install Drafter. I'm just dying for a freaking wage workers. Yeah. Okay, so advance, 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 score, and turn. Oh, yeah. We can maybe win this, which I think is pretty astounding. Okay, so how do we win this? So one line is we just go install the Ikoa advance, right? Is that just the best line? So how does Chris get through Drafter Hagen? In a lot of ways. 3-5. I mean, at the same time, it's not that bad of a plan. We'll see. We'll see. There's part of me that's like, am I supposed to click the MCA there to just do click denial? Go for some fast advance nonsense? Okay, so we've got Fermenter coming down, so presumably there's going to be a Cleaver in hand. Do the... Hey, Pants, great to see you. This is also 8, 10, 13, and we shuffled back a Vitruvius, so this could be this Vitruvius. So 13 of our 20 points. Macap. Okay, cool. Unless an imp comes down during a run, I think we're okay here. What turn is this? This is like turn 12? Pretty good. Not quite PD fast, but a very fast game in time. Yeah, Warrior did a little bit there, I guess, right? It killed a boomerang, killed... Oh, it killed a cookbook. Wow. Jonas hears the siren call. Okay. I mean, hey, undefeated against Lou. Must be good. Undefeated against Lou and Krim. Beat the top 2 decks of the meta. Not sure what else you can possibly want out of a deck, right? Yeah, let me see if there's... I'll maybe ping Sam. And well, I think Sam's going to say, hey, Jeff, you said you were going to have deck lists by the middle of the week. That was going to be interesting. This is not a keepable hand. It's a worse hand. It's, well, okay, we can survive it. So I think we're going to go... oh, I should say GLHF like a good person. Okay, meeting adjourned. We're going to go Spin Doctor, Gatekeeper, Wrap on HQ. Look for a card. Let's try and get, like, if I can bait a pinhole here, I think I'm pretty happy. Dao is definitely a a tricky one for Asa, because you end up with a lot of ice you want rezzed. But I have faith that we can make it work. Is this really a steal already? Sheet of trash? No thank you. That's my card. You cannot trash my cards. Okay. Hedge fund. I definitely need to find the slot for the third wage workers. It is just such a good card. I missed it so much, and then I treated it like this. Now there's a world where I could just go, I could have, instead of drawing there, have just advanced and said Gatekeeper's gonna hold. Because it definitely would have. And now it maybe won't, but I think this advance, installed server 2, done, gain a credit. This is 7, so I actually can't score and res 2 things here. Hagen's relatively annoying. It's 4-5 to break with Cleaver. I would take the draw 3 if I can get it. It actually has a lot of good hits for me. And honestly, shuffling away this Ikoa is not the end of the world. Yeah, okay, so we definitely want the third wage workers. And do we cut a brand for this? Like we maybe could cut the brand. All right, click 1 diesel, click 2 diesel. Okay, daily cast comes down, so I get an off-world office score here without having to rest any ice, which is nice. Simulchip comes down. I don't know how I feel about Simulchip in Reg Shaper, to be honest. It's one of those cards that I think like is situationally good and often pretty mediocre, and you want to cut just like you did in Clone Chips in Stealth, which is kind of the only reg deck for a long time. What are we at? Wrapper on Gatekeeper is probably a better scoring server than the one I built. Okay, Conduit Contaminate. We'll just shut that down next turn, I think. If I don't lose on the spot, I guess. Okay, I guess I just lose on the spot because we're just going to have a million agendas on the top there. Also, we have 2 Maviruses, and opponent's going to see like 2 more agendas before they see a Mavirus. Okay. Okay, so one option here is probably just Purge. Right? Which I kind of like doing this turn because it turns off the Fermenter. And we can deal with stuff next turn. And just like Wraparound Drafter is going to do its job next turn. Yeah, Hagen's fine here. Because as we mentioned earlier, it's annoying, and now they have to break this, which is somewhat limiting on their how they'll be able to deal with maybe now Magnet Drafter rather than Wraparound Drafter. Cannot steal the Ikoa, which is great. Okay, so now it is Magnet Drafter on R&D. Ikoa in server 2, fully operational to, I think, just gain 6 here. I do need to draw, but I have a lot of ice liabilities here. This would be a case where Vovo is probably quite good for me. Credit advance 2 times. Opponent's going to be able to actually get into the server quite easily. Pop Fermenter, Simulchip back in SMC, steal the Ikoa, win the game. Not my brightest play of all time. Not my brightest play of all time. Yeah, this is just not the best decision making on my part. I was just like, oh, they don't have credits. And I'm like, oh, wait. They have all of the credits they could possibly need at a very easy line here. Becoming less easy by the second. Okay, well, we love when opponents throw. I would still like to see him a virus. Good, they returned the wrong card. That's also good. I'm wondering if the... Okay, yep, that's... I don't know what they... Oh, I think they shuffled the 2 gatekeepers. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, I'll rest the Drafter here. It's not that easy for Shaper to efficiently deal with Drafter. So, be interested to see what they do. I probably will just pop the Spin Doctor here as well, because I don't want to rest the Gatekeeper, and I will want to shuffle. Oh, Fire Subroutines, what? Let's shuffle. Let's put back. Oh wait, I don't really want to shuffle here, but that's okay. Just put back a single hedge fund. You're freaking kidding me. Ugh. I should have read this. I don't know. That's a really annoying one, because I'm supposed to just rest the Rashida there. It's no information. Ugh. That's 11 points of agendas in the top here. Well, next turn, I guess, is going to be install. Oh, man, I need that Wage Workers, though. Maybe it's on the top. Maybe it's on the top here. Can't deep dive here. I actually need to not res these Gatekeepers now, I think. You're freaking kidding me. That's wild. Jesus, that's like a really frustrating misplay now. Ugh, that's such an annoying misplay. Alright, well, let's see if they hit one of our viruses before we lose literally all of our agendas to being stolen. This time I'll remember. I mean, it doesn't matter at this point. Rashida is winning or losing the game. Hermes is not actually super relevant anymore. I am hoping I can get away with a big deal here. I actually hopefully can. Oh, yeah, never mind, I can't. Not firing Rashida here is... Missing Rashida last turn is just such a frustrating way to lose. I guess my opponent gave me a win earlier, so that's something. I think at this point I'm trying to deplete my opponent out of money for a little bit. Hope that I can get lucky, basically, I think. Fully ops is really what I need. Turbine comes down. Fermenter comes down. Seems like they're going to try and make the push on R&D this turn. Would kill Firmavirus here. Yeah, once again, we're at 11 points, the halfway through the deck, which is fine. 0 viruses, which is less fine. Oh, you know what would be fun here? Is Warroid Mavirus on R&D. That would be a very nice way to make this, to shut down this Tau. Or this Tau. Man, I feel like this whole game is going to come down to the fact that I beefed it on that Rashida res. Yeah, because, like, okay, by now the game is averaged out. It just started not in the best place, but... I guess Gatekeeper isn't really a liability, but going to 0 credits is a liability. Okay, I'll make you... We can trade that click back and forth a couple of times, I guess. Because if I can draw a virus, I'm in a very good spot. Ooh, you love to see it, though. Can I also draw better stuff? No. Okay. So I'm going to go res, click, install on R&D, done, gain a credit. I wonder if I should be playing Chrysium Grids. Or not in this list, but in Op. It's not that good against Knobkery Imp, though. Excuse me. If Chrysium cost 2 would be great, but... Okay, opponent's quite low on credits here. Okay, well, I do get to do the funny thing we talked about, which is MCA, Warroid on R&D, click for a credit. Downside being, I'm letting my opponent get 1,000,000 credits here. I just kind of have to hope that stuff holds. I also don't have an agenda in hand to score with the MCA. I guess I have the Spin Doctor to make a shuffle in the situation where they miss. Do I res Gatekeeper here? No, I don't think I really can, right? It costs 1, 2, 3 to break, and it takes me to no credits. Okay. My personal ob is on Crucium for conduit matches, but with slots being what they are, I can see being a cut if I ever update it. Yeah, I think it's weird. It's tricky because it's probably less so for the Lu matchup or the, though I mean it depends, right? I like a lot of the conversation I see about Lu is on the like 0 win condition versions of the deck. Okay, well, they didn't get the 1 in 5. That's good. And so, like, Crucium does very little, but his best trait is honestly bluffing with Iris into mulch. Yeah. I mean, like, that is the cool thing about Ops. It really does put a lot of threat down on... Okay, now I am actually drawing quite good on agendas. I think I discard this Vitruvius here. If I can get some fully ops going, I'll be very, very happy. Opponent might sniff out the agenda in archives, which would be unfortunate for me. Yeah, I mean, I think that is one of the cool things about Op, though, is that you can bluff so many things as Mavirus, and your opponent has to decide to respect it or not. I think the biggest challenge for Op is like, oh, you're spending a lot of effort on Stavka tricks, which don't do very much against a lot of the Lu decks. Okay, we're just going to try and hold out on 2 accesses here. Wow, okay, so they accessed a virus in R&D. And then they're going to access a virus below R&D, and if they trash the... So the... okay, they don't win off of this one. We'll purge. Okay, so now I could, like, Mavirus purge if they decide to run back, I guess. So I guess, okay, they have a way to see 2 cards in R&D for the low, low price of 4, 5, 6 credits. Which is, like, a trade I can live with for at least a little while. Okay, I do have to go and do this, unfortunately. I want fully out more than I want Rashida here. Oh, well, rip me. Oh, wait, it's Project Ikoa only. Yes! Let's go! There's 2 Vitruviuses in the deck. Alright, we've got a second way to fast advance win, in theory. We just have to not draw an agenda this upcoming turn. Which we didn't. And then... Credit, I think. Actually, yeah. Yeah, because I don't... Like, I might want to MCA fully up to see if I can draw the Vitruvius, right? That's 1, 2. Spend the 3 clicks. Get back. Yeah. I guess that's... I'm supposed to do that so I can get the Mick going. That's still 6 credits they spent, so... If I can draw wage workers, I wouldn't be sad. Okay, Rashida can go. Rand can go. Pocket can go. Yeah, I mean, they should probably run our HQ a couple times here. Oh, wow. We actually got very... I, for some reason, thought... I guess it's probably still just 2 points, but... Okay. Okay. Oh, okay, so there was actually... My opponent just got extremely unlucky previously. Okay. That's, quite funny. Okay, so we have enough to big deal next turn. So now it's just about actually getting there. Which seems unlikely. Okay. We need to win, like, a couple... We now just need to win a single 2 and 5. Single 2 and 5. One time. You can do it, deck. Okay. 1 and 4 here. 1 and 4. We can do this. Yes! Oh, wow, that's so lucky. Oh my goodness, did I get... I got some damn good luck in the back half of this game. Oh my goodness. Biotic, or big dealing a luminal is also, I think, a great flex. But not one that's very good. Oh, if that was you, I would not worry about that. You, like, legitimately, I drew as good as possible after you got up. So, let me actually, I'm going to step back for 1 second. There's actually only one turn where I think you, like, absolutely threw. And I'm not exactly sure why, assuming this is you. But you're doing I actually think, like, you're playing well, you're getting pretty ahead, everything's good. This turn, to me, I think you need to contest the remote. I think from my perspective, what you should do, I even not know, like, if you click the fermenter, you go up to 12, So like this turn to me is like you actually. So I did the math after doing advance on this Ikoa that you were 100% through this remote. So you click the fermenter, you go up to 6, and I think, or you go up to 12. You can simul-chip in this SMC, run this remote, get through this for a credit, get through this, it's what, 2, 5, 8, 9, click to, yeah. So even without the dirty laundry, you're just straight up through this remote and just win the game. Now, like, because this could be a 4-2 that I'm really heavily bluffing, but there's no reason not to contest this because it's not going to blow up your board, and it's going to make me spend a lot. And actually, for you, if you can contest this and I keep you out somehow, you still have the R&D as your backup condition here, and so, yeah, this was the mistake in this game. It's not like. And then, like, legitimately, if you watch, like, you steal an agenda here. I make a big mistake by not resting this Rashida Jaheim that we both know is on the table. Like, just literally, I think, cost me any chance of getting in the game. But now I draw 1, 2, let's see, 2, 3, 4, like... Okay, so there was 30 cards in the deck. I haven't drawn an agenda yet in 6 cards. I now draw 1 agenda, 7 cards down. You happen to miss the 1 and 5 there. You know, I'm now 9 cards down, only 1 agenda. Get lucky that there's no agenda in the top 2 here. I shuffle. You deep dive. I have 3 agendas you can steal in R&D with 2 Vitruviuses and a Luminal out of 23 cards, and you miss all of them. Like, you didn't so much as throw as my R&D conspired against you here. You know, I think there's maybe a case to be made that this HQ run isn't strictly necessary. You could build up credits to actually go and contest the MIC, which is probably a better use of your credits. I have no way of really scoring off of the board here. So, like, that's a small thing. But, yeah, so now we're... You know, I have to draw my... I went from 30 cards, I then went 10 cards straight without drawing 1 agenda. Only... At my 21st draw did I see a second agenda here. Still only have 1 in hand, so you miss a second 1 in 5. I draw an agenda, I pop a Spin Doctor, I see even more agendas. I'm very clearly flooded. You miss a 2 in 5 here to win the game. So you miss 3 1 in 5s, a 2 in 5, and then a 1 in 4. Which I think is also winning. Yeah. So you like, I think my odds of, so I had 4 and 5, we said twice, right? Times 3 and 5 times 1 and 3 and 4. Yeah, I should only win on those accesses, not even counting how lucky I got to even get there, a third of the time. So this is card games, right? And when you did the deep dive, let's see, we can go back to the deep dive here, just so we can get a sense of like how truly unlucky you got here. Where is the deep dive? Oh, I'm excited to see someone playing Bachelor Synthcline. I do actually think it's being slightly underplayed at the moment, in that it's not seeing any play. Okay, let's gotta be this turn. Nope, this next turn that we see the deep dive, right? Or is the deep dive already oh no, deep dive already happened. I missed it. Jeez. Okay. I guess I could like try and figure this out properly, but it's this turn, right? No, it's gotta be after you pop the fermenter, I thought. Man. No, I played the MCA after you deep. Why can I not find this deep dive? Okay. It's somewhere between here and here, right? Okay. Oh, did you deal with the first MCA? Okay, I must just... Wow, my memory is already bad. Okay, deep dive was after, yeah, some upgrades on R&D. Okay, yeah, here it is. So, okay, before you play the deep dive, there are 23 cards in R&D. And there are 3 agendas you can steal. So, like, and you see 8. Oh, so I have to do the math on this. Yeah. So the only way you miss is if all... So those 3 cards... Oh, God. This is like a different odds, right? But, because this is actually an end choose something math. We're going to approximate it, right, as saying there was... It's... No, let's just go get the hypergeometric odds. Look, this is a good way to cope. This is a very good way to cope. So there's 23 cards. There's 3 successes in the population. Our sample size is 8, and we need and if we see 0 successes, the probability of that is 0.25. So we can multiply this by 0.25. So I should win that game statistically 7% of the time. So, you know, while there were misplays that are worth, you know, thinking about and figuring out how, where is the corp, what threats is the corp presenting, and like, you know, when we talk about like some of your random pokes on HQ that are these like 4 and 5 squareds, or these 1 and 5s, like these are somewhat lower value. Now you were only spending 2 credits on it, but it's the question of like, oh, could those 2 credits have been better spent somewhere else? It's hard to know. Hey, Andre, we somehow have gone undefeated on this list. We have beat a Sable. We have beat a Lu, and we just beat a Dao that did what was it? Did a contaminate conduit dig, a deep dive, and had 4 different runs on HQ that were 1 and 5 or better, and missed on all of them. Or I guess it got 2 points off of the conduit contaminate. It got another point, another Vitruvius off of a 2-card dig, but I got away with absolute murder. Hey, Santa. So we'll play this one more time. Not convinced this deck is good, but it is some classic Jeff Netrunner content. In that it's me playing Asa, drawing lots of agendas. And yeah, we just did the math, and I only had a 7% chance of surviving the onslaught of multi-access that hit me just in the back half of that game. So We'll see. I did not Bailey, no. I think it's just a little bit too tricky to fit. I'm probably going to make this the last game of the evening and then going to shut down the stream and try and get deck lists implemented on Aesop's tables. Because, boy, the CBI is tomorrow, as some people are saying. And so that is a thing that the people running it want. And I say that because I'm not the person running it. I kind of owe that to Sam. I was chatting with someone else who said they would have some stuff, so partial deployment, and then life got in the way, which happens to all of us, as has happened to me for the last several months. But I have a fully working parsing, or I think fully working parsing script that, oh my goodness me, though. CBI is going to be single-sided Swiss, yeah. It was in the announcement article for it. I'm not... Well, you know I have a third spin. Okay. Draw... Okay, that's very good for next turn. Your graphics only go up to round 8. Quick, quick, quick! I think it's going to be 10 rounds. I think that's in the announcement, but maybe I'm wrong. I wonder if I'm supposed to spin this Warroid Doctor, or the Spin Doctor, and put the Rashida in the Warroid. I was wondering that too, Hank. Oh, no. They're not sniping. They ran R&D. Oh, this is just a rude time to do this run, though. That's just a rude time to make that run. Yeah, it's that superpower Netrunner, which is called Remembering the Cards You See out of R&D. It's the one hack that your man doesn't want you to know about. It said 8 rounds before? Oh, maybe it is 8 rounds. Oh, no, it is 8 rounds. We were, like, just barely... Okay. I'm sorry for speaking out of my ass here. 8 rounds is, like, just enough to do what we need to do to make single-sided Swiss work. But yeah, it's 8 rounds of single-sided Swiss, so it's going to be a fierce competition. I'm guessing it's going to be like 7 hours, but we'll see. Rip! Oh no. Okay, I think I just res... Oh no, I can res... I can't res both here. Okay, so do I res the Vitruvius... Or res the Drafter? Sorry, I have to think here. So I could let the Chushtushka fire and get... Oh, Bankar is here. Oh, thank you, thank you. Oh, no. Okay, so what we do then instead... I think I actually might just do 3 damage here, though. Okay. I could mick. Maybe that's right. We're just going to blow a lot of value into their lot of value and see who comes out with more value. Okay. I mean, okay, so it might be like, because I kind of want the MCA in that server. No, Jeff, don't like put cards in. I really do want the MCA in that server though, don't I? Thinking again. I have to remember that I'm actually down 4-0 here. Because maybe I need to draw 4 here. I'm not down 4-0 now. That's great. I don't get to play your digital life this turn. But I do save 4 points. Now I might be giving up 3 points. I need to remember that Bankar actually makes this Ikawa so stealable. I actually wonder if I'm supposed to just overwrite this Ikawa with this. No, I'm not supposed to overwrite this Ikawa with a Spin Doctor. What am I talking about? I have so many other uses. I mean, I have to rest this. Which is a bit of a tell. But I can go like Warroid Wraparound or something next turn. So next turn is probably like fully operational to draw a bunch. Your digital life to make a bunch of dollars. And then Warroid Ice on server 2. Okay. I'm going to draw 2. Ooh, Wage Work is very nice here. Do I try? I'm just not going to hit the last fully op here, though. I'm not going to be emptying that many cards. Let's hit your digital life. Sell me on MCA, it seems like bad Wage Workers. It's just an annoying card, I think. And it does work decently with Wage Workers anyway. The idea being I want to put threats in the remote that don't cost me the game when the runner gets in. Would be the like cogent, thoughtful response, right? Also, Warroid is, I think, a good card into these Lu decks because they don't have real credits. Yeah, I also do have both, right? That's the other answer. Ooh, yes, please. Don't mind if I do, though. Oh, it's frickin' Bankar again. Oh my goodness. One day I will remember that Bankar blanks my entire identity. One day. Okay. How am I scoring this Ikawa? Slowly. So what I really need to do is draw an ice here. Can I restore? An MIC. Put the... No, I don't have a fully op there. I am playing as if I can deal with it. Okay. So HQ is getting raided next turn. I don't have any draw. Okay, I have to shuffle these two back. I'm gonna go new remote. This doesn't work. This actually just gives up points. It may be... oh yeah, let's res the wage workers. New remote. Res the MCA, click the MCA. So I think I lose the off-world here. My hope is I don't lose the off-world and the Rashida. But I'm not sure that I can avoid that. I don't think I res any of the ice, I just res the Warride protecting the MCA. And if I get away with this, I'm going to be in an okay spot. Yeah, and actually, sorry, just thinking back on the 8, like, after the feedback people gave me at Cascadia and Canadian Nats, I went and looked, and I was like, oh, if I go and look at, like, any other game, ooh, 50-50, let's go. My initial suggestion for single-sided Swiss was an absurdly high number of rounds, which is a big part of why I cut it down to a more reasonable number. Okay, great. We actually kept the Rashida, which is the card that was probably most important there. It did look like a Maryland, so I don't even know that was a misplay from our opponent here. Install. Okay, so I could do a thing. Oh no, I can't do the thing anymore. Bummer. Gain a credit. Okay, so I get a drafter fire if they decide to go after HQ, but they're probably going to go after MCA. Nope, they're going after HQ like a jerk. It's like they can smell my weakness or something. This deck definitely has econ problems, and maybe Vovo is the solution, or maybe Tranquility is the solution. I'm not sure which. I do wonder if I should be just playing the 54 card version so I can play both. Okay, so no Bankar here. I don't think I mind resing the Gatekeeper though. Because I can put some of these agendas away. I think what I'm going to do is score the off-world next turn. Yeah, definitely going to score the off-world next turn. I could instead score this Ikoa that's been sitting in this remote forever, but genuinely I think it's going to sit in that remote for the entire game. And we will discard this Gatekeeper. And maybe next turn we'll do Restore. Maybe I'll draw an Ice even. You never know what could happen. Yep, we're going on R&D. Do I keep him honest here? I think I do kind of have to keep him honest. Strike fund means it was a mistake. Because that's how you evaluate outcomes. Yeah, I just need some ways to make actual money here. Of which the deck is definitely lacking. Let's go new remote. I don't really have a third install I want to do here, though. Maybe I'm supposed to restore the MCA and click it instead of installing the Luminal. That's probably correct, now that I think about it for like a second. I think Sid's in a very good position here, though. 21 credits, 2 points. Got a lot going for him. I wonder how you would do time in Dune, though. Light the fire. Okay, well, if you can throw down Barrier Breaker, more econ with Regolith help, probably nice with Wage Workers. Yeah, that's actually a good shout. That might honestly be... It's tricky, though. Oh, this hurts. This really hurts. Oh, it's fine. Technically, it should be take 1 twice, but it is what it is. Okay, well, this is actually GG because they hit all these agendas off the top here. Okay. Let's try and draw a Spin Doctor to keep this game going. Draw 2 cards. Wait, do I have 3 Vitruvius? Okay, we actually have a weirder line to keep this game going. We're going to restore a Vitruvius into server, into a new remote behind a brand, removing a Vitruvius from the game. Oh my goodness. We live another turn. Oh my goodness, this is nonsense. I also like that I did comment, yeah, this Ickwa is going to live here the whole game, and lo and behold. Okay, so there's 2 points in archives, 5 points on the board, 4 points in the score area, 2, 4, 9, 11, 13. So there's 17 point. There's 7 points still in R&D. What the? Oh no! Oh no! Oh, that's so bad. I think I'm gonna have to over advance the Vitruvius, which I really don't want. Okay, now I don't have to over advance the Vitruvius, I guess. This is tough. All right, here's another 2 points for you. I'll do 3 net damage on my way. They just did not find a cat, I guess. Okay. Click 4. Okay. So still not sure how we recover from here. 9 cards left in the deck. One is on 16 credits. I guess they can't be doing like big cat stuff. Because they're spending influence in like other reasonable places. Okay. So click for 3. Hedge fund. We're slowly getting to big deal. And then we just need to score the Ikawa off the board. Somehow. Okay. So we've got 5 points in hand, 8 points in score area. That's 13. 16. I'd be super interested to see the 3x Vovo. It's 10 o'clock. It's too late. I think that's a really interesting idea. It's one I really want to test. Yeah, there's the game, I think. I think running Archives last click here is very low cost as Sid, because I'm not threatening to win. Oh, it's even a Katorga run. Mwah, chef's kiss. Well done, Sid. Yeah, I need to get this decklist submission thing working for tomorrow. So that's my priority for the night, unfortunately. As much as I do think I want to try the absurd 3x Vovo, I will maybe make a note for myself to try and do that for next week. So, with that said, thank you everyone for tuning in. It was a lot of fun tonight. Sorry for the slightly shorter stream at just under 3 hours. And I hope you all enjoyed the video with Janktivist. You should tune in for the CBI tomorrow. If you're watching this stream, it would have started 4 hours and 45 minutes, give or take. And I will be there judging, watching along the stream, and excited to see what everyone brings. So look forward to a fun weekend in Netrunner, everyone, and I'll catch y'all next week.